have created a list of requirements that a woman must meet in order to date me. And I have indeed written it down in the handy dandy notebook. A woman must be willing and ready to give me sex anytime I want it.
Alright guys, Irko Bangs back again, your favorite foreigner, and today I have somebody really special for you guys. The one and only man's lady. Ladies man. Sorry, I forgot English. Biceps. So while I was surfing the web, as we normally do, I came across this guy with his list of requirements for any woman that wants to date him. And let's just say that I was impressed. Normally majority of us, men, we settle for whatever we can get, but no, not this guy. But I don't think I have ever met a guy with such high standards and so many requirements. When I first saw the video, I was like, what? Must be a glitch. And by the way, the video was like 22 minutes long, and I had to trim that shit because, goddamn, he would repeat everything multiple times just so he's made his point clear.
Here today, I wanted to talk about dating, relationships in general, and obviously, in relates to that, I'm going to be talking about women. So I've made it known that I'm not in the dating scene, and I have my reasons for not being in the dating scene anymore. Valid reasons.
Is it safe to assume that he's not in the dating scene anymore? Not by choice? I mean,
most of the reasons, one of the biggest reasons, and that is the fact that women of this generation just ain't worth it. They just aren't worth they just aren't worth the trouble, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, my guy, the last 2-3 generations are still alive, so you have plenty of choices. I don't understand why he's so anal about this generation. It's not like he doesn't have options.
Nowadays, they seem to think that guys like us have to live up to their standards. We have to live up to their expectations, and if we don't, well, we ain't shit. Well, quite frankly, I'm going to think the same way about you. If you're going to think that I ain't shit, well, then I'm going to come out here and I'm going to say that you ain't shit. It's as simple as that. You want people to respect, you want us guys to respect you, how about you earn some fucking respect, okay? It's not something you can just snap your fingers and just, oh my God, I gotta respect you just because you're a woman, just because of your gender. I can't stand when people do that.
I mean, me personally, I see nothing wrong with respecting women. A woman gave me life, and I'm grateful. So honestly, I don't have a problem with women wanting respect, and I don't mind giving them respect. But that's that. What the f is talking about?
Women nowadays are just so fucking demanding. Like they just fucking oh my God, we have to do this. We have to do this for them because they're women. It's just, I'm sorry, I don't operate like that, man.
Alright, calm down. You're 32 years old. Your mother told you to clean up your room and fix your bed, and now here you are making a rant about women. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are you doing?
No matter man, woman, or man, or woman, whatever. We got all sorts of different, sexualities, and that's fine, and I'm fine with, whatever sexuality somebody has. It's just, as long as you respect mine, but any relationship, romantic, whatever have you, should be 50-50, right? That's just my philosophy. It should be 50-50. But these women out here seem to think that it's 70-30 or 80-20 in their favor.
Man, look, if you're broke and you cannot take a girl out on a date, just don't fucking date. That's it. Don't be complaining about 50-50, 80-20, I don't know what. What do you mean you can't afford to go 80-20 or pay the bill for once? Motherfucker, I can see that you're eating good. I mean, look at you.
I'm not doing it again here, man. And I had to deal with a lot of that bullshit coming up, in my... Well, not really so much my teen years because I was in school and shit, and I personally didn't care for school anyway, but in my young adult years, 18, 19, and then in my 20s, and now here I am at 33, I'm not dealing with that shit anymore, man. I got priorities. I got goals. I got my own life to live. I got things that I want to do with myself.
Entertain me. Things you want to do with yourself? Like what? By doing things with yourself, do you mean things with yourself? You cheeky motherfucker. I
want to get my life in order. I want to get my life straight, which I'm starting to do, and it's starting to go down the right path. And you got all these fucking... apologists out here and shit talking about, oh, don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm not here to play games, folks.
I mean, obviously he's the main character. He's the game master. And by the way, forgive my accent. I tried to say game master, not game master, just to clarify.
I have decided that if they're not going to come correct, if they're not going to come at me correct or give me any kind of respect or give me any sort of, legitimate reason to go out with them, then I won't bother. I just won't bother. I prefer to stay solo. I'm a lone wolf, I guess you could say.
A lone wolf. I think the cool kids these days call it a sigma male. Sigma nuts.
I prefer that, I'm single and I prefer to be that way. People out here can delude themselves into thinking whatever they want. Oh my god, you can't get with anyone.
They're right. Whatever that means, they're right.
Or whatever stupid shit people are going to delude themselves into telling just to try to fucking give me a bad name and all that. But the fact is, I'm on here telling you I prefer to be alone rather than be with a piece of shit stuck up full of himself, a woman who is quite frankly not worth my time, and it's just going to treat me like shit. I'm not going to be with somebody like that, I refuse to. I refuse to deal with that.
I mean, my guy, I don't see anyone forcing you to be with a woman like that. There's a few billion women on earth, and I mean, I'm sure you can find at least one decent one. He's going on about it as if some mean-ass bitches are throwing themselves at him. I don't even get why he's mad. Who is he mad at?
Okay, I'm in my 30s now, going in my mid-30s. I'm done with that childish shit, man. I'm done with that high school drama bullshit, man. I'm done with it. Done with that Mickey Mouse bullshit, man. So that's just how I am. That's where I stand now. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. Tough shit. Click off the video, click off the channel, and move the fuck on with yourselves if you don't like it. I'm not playing by anybody else's rules. I'm not playing by these females' rules. I'm not playing by these women rules. I'm playing by my rules. So I don't give a shit about marriage. I don't give a shit about none of that. I personally didn't care for that shit anyway because...
but you cared enough to make a video about this shit and dating and whatever. You definitely don't care.
Marriage, the constitution of marriage nowadays is a joke. And number one. Number two, marriage is fucking expensive as fuck. And, it's just one of those things, I don't really need to entertain that idea right now, especially where I am right now financially. And then number three, I don't, even if I had the first two things, I honestly don't see any woman that would be worth me doing that. I don't see any woman out here that would be worth marriage.
What do you mean? I am flabbergasted. You can't tell, but I am. I'm just emotionless like this all the time. Don't worry about it. What the is it that difficult to put some effort into something? I mean, if you want to spend your whole life being a virgin, then you could say no woman is worth doing anything.
I just don't see it, so I don't even bother. I don't waste my time. I'm solo, I'm a lone wolf, I'm single, I prefer it that way.
Man, let's be honest now. You do not prefer it that way. I don't care who you are or what you are. Everybody wants to get their binky wet.
So, it is what it is. But, since we're entertaining the idea of dating and all that, since I'm on the subject, you're probably going to want to mark this video down. This is going to be a historic video here. You're probably going to want to archive this and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. So in light of all this, everything that I just talked about in terms of dating, whatever have you, and what I look for in terms of dating and what I look for in terms of, or what I did look for in terms of a partner, and I still do, but very, very unlikely that I'm going to see it. But I have set some standards for myself when it comes to this.
Listen, guys, when he says standards, those are some of the highest standards I have ever heard. And look, also I have standards, but this motherfucker is on a whole different level.
They want to live up, they want to have their little unrealistic fucking expectations or goals or standards of men. Well, guess what? I got my own expectations and standards for when it comes to women, when it comes to a woman that I want to date. And so I have created a list of requirements that a woman must meet in order to date me, okay? But anyway, so I have created the list, and I have indeed written it down in the handy-dandy notebook. Yes, the same one that I've been typing or writing other stuff in. These are my requirements for any woman who wants to date me. And yes, this is for women only. Because I'm not no fruitcake. I don't swing in the other way. Okay, there's no sausage party over here, okay?
Oh, man. And there was me hoping he's a fruitcake so that I can have a sausage party with him. Fella, why are you not a fruitcake? I am disappointed. How am I gonna sleep at night?
So get that out of your minds right now. I have to specify this because if I don't, these jerk-offs in the fucking comments and on social media are gonna say whatever, and I'm not having that. So from me, I'm telling you, this is strictly for women only to date me.
So if it's not women throwing themselves at him, it seems to be men. This motherfucker is a winner, a player. Don't hate the game, hate the player. God damn, fella.
Don't force your gayness or don't force your sexuality onto me, because I ain't having it.
Oh, I was just thinking to force some gayness onto you.
That's just all I ask. But with that being said, now that I got that out of the way, let us get to the list, my list of requirements for a woman to date me. Okay, first off, very important. You must be moderately attractive. Now, what I mean by that is, I don't mean you have to be fucking Tyra Banks or America's Next Top Model attractive. I don't mean you have to be a fucking perfect 10. You could be a 5 or a 4 and I would still date you, you know? It's just all I require is that you're moderately attractive, and at the very least, you keep your appearance up. You take care of yourself at the very least. Just do basic stuff. Take care of yourself, brush, shower, clean your clothes, stuff like that. Just all I require is you take care of yourself.
I mean, he didn't specify that she should wash her ass, so I would assume that's an exception. An exceptional exception.
Women do that shit anyway, so that's all I ask, is that you keep up appearances. You keep up your appearance, even if I'm not around. That's just all that I ask. And so, the last thing I want is some, just woman who doesn't clean herself, doesn't bathe, hair over the place, clothes dirty, stuff like that. I just can't get behind it. I just can't do that. Moderately attractive. Again, you don't have to be a freaking supermodel. All right, so next up, I got that first one out of the way. Okay, so next, you must be independent, must make your own money, must have your own job, have your own income, because I'm not taking care of you. I'm not providing for you. I'm not your daddy.
What? My man, to be a sugar daddy, you must have money. But to each their own, I guess.
I'm not no fucking sugar daddy. I'm not your fucking personal bank. I'm not your fucking personal loan agent or none of that shit, okay? No freebies over here, all right? You must make your own money. You must provide for yourself. It's as simple as that. Take it or leave it. Okay? None of this, oh, give me, lend me, can you spare, all that bullshit, okay? And if there comes a time where you have to borrow something or I have to borrow something from you, you must be willing to give it to me. And I'll, if you have to borrow something for a time, I'll give you, we'll work something out. But you better be willing to pay back.
Man, what the fuck is that? You wouldn't even lend your girlfriend something? What the fuck you gonna give her for Christmas? Something you've stolen from her? Ah, I get it. He'll give her something for Christmas and then he'll ask for it back. What kind of a mindset is that though? Don't ask me for anything. Don't borrow anything. Give it back. Motherfucker, when you date, should be teamwork and you're fucking selfish. What the fuck do you mean?
And depending on what happens, I may or may not accept your payment. Accept a payment back. That sort of thing. So, okay, so next up, a woman must know how to cook and be willing to cook at all times. Now, I prefer eat out stuff anyway. I do a lot of eat out, take out, fast food, stuff like that. It is what it is. That's just what I am.
My man, that was a bit obvious. You didn't have to tell us.
Or that's just how I am. But if it comes to a point where we have to eat in or want to eat in for a change or whatever, I expect a woman to at least know how to cook. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to be fucking, don't sit here and go, oh, you're sexist. No, it has nothing to do with that. It is just, I like for a woman to cook for me every once in a while. It's just, it is what it is, so.
When you get a girlfriend, she's not meant to be your mother. And let's be honest, he's eating out because he cannot fucking cook. And I'll tell you this, if you're a man and you have to depend on a woman to stay fed and cook for you, sorry to break the bad news, but you're not a man. It's the truth!
At the very least, know what you're doing. At the very least, know your way around the kitchen, so. Okay, so next up, must be cleanly, must be tidy, and you must clean up after yourself. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. That kind of falls in line with the taking care of yourself as well. But if you make a mess, like, you're just I don't care if it's your place, my place, our place, if we're living together, whatever living situation is, just be tidy, clean up after yourself, stuff like that, I don't like a dirty, trashy woman. It's just how it is. And I'll do the same. And I expect if we're living together that you take care of the majority of the cleaning duty.
So he wants a woman that can cook, clean, pay for him. I think my man should hire a babysitter.
At least a module level of tidiness and cleaning up after yourself. All right, so next, a woman must be courteous and must be friendly at all times, okay? I don't want a woman with no fucking attitude. I don't like women who are just bitchy for the sake of being bitchy. I don't care if,
Wait a minute. Can we not ignore the fact of how bitchy he is right now while talking about wanting women not to be bitchy while he's bitching about women being... Never mind.
It's that time of the month. I don't care if that's just how you are. I just don't like mentally unstable bitchy women. It's just mentally unstable women. It's just not really my cup of tea. It's just not really my thing. So I expect you to carry yourself in a certain manner. I expect you to carry yourself in a certain way as to because you represent yourself and you represent me in a relationship. So I don't want none of that bit just being a bitch for the sake of being a bitch. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't do it to other people, so I expect you to not do it to me. So, Okay, so next up, let's see. And did I mention before with the being independent? Make sure I touch all my bases here. When I say be independent, make your own money, have your own income. No gold diggers, okay? No gold diggers, no two-timers, no none of that shit.
Wait, my guy. I really don't think gold diggers are looking for guys like you that want to go 50-50. And I don't think anyone is gonna two-time you. So you don't have to worry about these things. You definitely don't need to worry about women like that. Trust me.
Okay, like I said, I'm not your sugar daddy or none of that shit. You make your own fucking money, okay? You provide for yourself, and I'll do the same. And maybe you provide for me a little bit, you know, because that'll be great. But
what? This must be a glitch. This guy's looking for a sugar mama. He does look kind of like a sugar baby that has had too much sugar, that is. Alright, sorry, don't cancel me.
Alright, so next up, it's a big one. Next up, a woman must be willing and ready to give me sex anytime I want it.
What? Anytime. Walks in the room. I want sex. I want it now. Motherfucker, it's not how it works.
That's right. Anytime, any time of the day. Obviously not in public. Well, hell, you know, if we're in a situation, maybe in public. But you know, if you want to do some kinky shit, but
huh? What the fuck? What do you mean? What the do you mean?
But no, man, a woman must be willing to give it to me at any time, at any point during the day, particularly when we're by ourselves. I don't want to hear, I don't want you to give me no attitude or none of that shit, or, oh, I don't feel like it. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You must be willing to give it up to me at any point of the day. Because I've actually had relationships where I've had females tell me that they will give me sex anytime I wanted it. You don't believe me? I got the fucking messages, so.
Motherfucker. Cap! Let me see the goddamn messages. Which woman offered you to give you sex any time of the day? Motherfucking liar. I had my way with the ladies and I never had anybody tell me you can have it any time of the day. Fuck bullshit. Or maybe I'm just jealous.
So yeah, so that's something that I expect. I fully expect you to be ready to give it up at any time. We're in a relationship, so yeah.
By the way, just because you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that there is no consent needed. This guy about to force himself on his own girlfriend. What you mean?
And finally, and this one isn't as serious. This is kind of one I just threw in there. Finally, whenever we're by ourselves, wherever we're alone, at home, or in private, you must call me master at all times. Like when you come in the door, like say for example, if you're coming in from the store or coming in from work and you see me and I'm doing whatever, you greet me. When you greet me, I expect you to say, hello, master, or something like that. Or when you wake up in the morning, when you wake me up or whatever have you, or I wake you up or whatever, I expect you to greet me by saying, good morning, master, or good evening, master, or, you know, any kind of stuff like that. Because that would be fucking amazing. That would be so great.
Motherfucker is beyond weird. What do you mean, master? I don't understand. How is that a thing? I get it now. He wants a slave. He doesn't want a girlfriend. He doesn't want a woman. He wants a slave. I'm lagging. He's so weird, made me lag.
Just a little kink that I have, little kind of fantasy that I have somewhat, but that one's not as big a deal. But the other ones on the list, prior, the ones that I just listed off, are definitely big deals, and I expect any woman that I'm dating to live up to those requirements, to those prerequisites.
Prerequisites? Motherfucker, what are you, a quest? Are you the reward for the final quest? What do you mean?
Before I even consider dating you, so any woman looking to date me or whatever the case may be, or take me out or whatever, those are my standards. Those are my requirements, and you got to live up to them, all of them. Now, maybe some of them might be negotiable, but I fully expect you to meet at least a good half of them. So, just putting this out there, okay? Just putting it out there, because, you know, you can't have it any way you want, okay? This isn't Burger King. You can't have it your way.
So, you cannot have it your way unless you're this guy, then you can have it your way. What the hell? I've never seen such a demanding fella in my life.
Okay? You want to go out with me? You want to date me or whatever the case may be? You want a relationship with me? You got to meet my standards. And if not, too bad. You got to get to stepping. So that's where I'm at right now, man. Those are my requirements, and I'm standing by them, and I'm not changing them. And so, like I said, negotiable, some of them are, but you better live up to at least some of them.
This man has the confidence of a tiger, the attitude of a lion, and the balls of a porn star from Ghana. Trips on his 12-incher. I don't know. This video blew my mind, to be honest. And the actual video, he goes on for 22 minutes. Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, if you got this far, thank you for watching. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but if you want to support me, all you have to do is just leave a comment and a like, and that's all I'm asking for. I appreciate it very much. And once again, thank you for watching. Your favorite foreigner, Irko Bangs. I'm out.